The logical thinking, or the thinking that is right for you, is buried under lots of information and opinions of others. So very often we're trained, if something happens, right, you either go to Google or you go to your friends or you consuming information hoping that one of that leads will get you into your destination. One of this logical explanation will get you into where you want to be. But the more information you consume, the farther you from your answer, because the mind is overloaded. The mind is in its thinking storm. In the thinking storms, there's no solutions. Most of scientific invention came actually from accidental discoveries, not necessarily from overthinking, but just an accidental discoveries. And if you can get your mind into this accidental discovery, right? And in this accidental discovery, there need to be a space for this discovery to happen. A space where the solution can come to you, not when you're searching for it, running after it, chasing it, overthinking it. You can't overthink yourself into solution. You can't overthink yourself into anything. But when you practice awareness and conscious presence and witnessing any situation without imposing on it your own information, the solution will come through it naturally, organically. It will just show up without the overthinking process. I'm not talking here about avoidance. I'm not talking here about withdrawal. I'm not talking here about self-sabotage. I'm talking to it about just being present. For instance, how often have you looked, let's say, a flower or a leaf or something new, something in nature that you haven't seen before, or just a river streaming, right? And then it catches your attention. You're not thinking, but you're witnessing it. And you can look into this flower and you can see different patterns. You can see more colors coming through. You can see as if this flower almost was talking to you. It's almost telling you about what is it about, not you imposing your information, but what is it about, giving it a name, giving it time length. Maybe this flower is a week old or 2 weeks old, maybe it's old. This is your information. But when you're taking it and looking at it deeply and let it tell its story. So you see, by this example, you already training your mind to look at things through presence and conscious awareness. Any situation that have happened, and you can just look at that same way as you've been looking at this flower. Let it tell its own story, not your mind telling the story, it's good, it's bad, what I shouldn't be, but letting it to talk to you. This is the situation. And looking at it from a whole new perspective, like you never looked at it before. If the mind goes into old loops, but this and that, and I know this and I know that, you are in the mind. If you look at it and you see a whole new way of looking at it, new angles, new information coming from that situation, you're allowing it to talk to you. You're no longer in your mind, you're in your conscious presence. That's take practice, conscious awareness, conscious presence, witnessing takes time. But you have done it. You have done it so many times. You have done it as a child. Do you remember when you were discovering the playground? You could have easily went into the playground with a story If you haven't been on a swing before, you don't know how fast or how low or how slow the swing can go. You're discovering the swing. You're sitting on it, maybe somebody pushing you. You feel your body. How does it feel when it's being pushed? The swing back and forth. You're discovering the swing. Now, any situation, can you discover the same way without the preconditioned story that your mind already created? Let's see what's really happening here. How am I feeling about it? How is it talking to me? Why is this situation here? What is it here to teach me? Do I feel cold? Do I feel warm towards that? Those are different questions. This is different presence. Those are just little questions, little hints to allow you to get into this full presence. Let the situation speak to you. In the overthinking, you think, the more you think, the closer you are to truth. But the more you think, the further you from the truth. There's no truth in overthinking. In overthinking, you're going to come up with different proof and statement, who's right, who's wrong. The mind going to be so loud, it's going to be screaming. Pay attention. You haven't looked here. You haven't looked there. Look at this, look at that. Look at your feelings. You're sad, you're happy, you're overwhelmed. And the more you're thinking, the more presence of feeling and frustration comes in. Identifying the overthinking is very important. If you have not identified, it will take over